Hi everyone, we're here today with Jonathan from FrinklePod Farm in Arundel, Maine, and he's going to give us a quick tour of the place and show you all the things they do.
So, well, we're right here. You might as well start with our farm store. This is our main source of selling. We don't really sell to restaurants, grocery stores, anything like that. We just sell directly to our customers. So this is what it looks like on a morning in the middle of the summer when we're completely abundant with vegetables and produce, and we bring in some other local products in the area that use local and organic ingredients as well. Overflow some of our tomatoes outside for this crazy tomato town.
Yeah, I just noticed you had what was that, tie-dye tomatoes. Look at that, folks.
Yep. Pink Berkeley tie-dye. We also have
you stain them yourself, right?
a pineapple bicolor, which they're kind of cool. They're usually yellow, green, and pink.
Yeah.
So, and then we can, so that's the main money-making portion of our farm. And then this is one side of everything.
Wow.
We do also grow flowers here as well and sell them in the farm stand. So
Look at those sunflowers. I think they're on steroids.
yep, we actually did not plant any of these sunflowers. Every year they just pop up and we let them go, and unless if they're like in the middle of a bed or giving us problems, we just let them hang out and harvest them as
Beets down between them?
That's chard right there.
Chard, okay.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of them are just kind of all along the rows, and a few are right in the middle of rows, but you know, if it's nothing that needs a lot of space, again, we'll just kind of leave them there.
You got a new hoop house going up there?
That is, it's a quick hoop, actually. So it's intended to, you can pull the cover over and then you can take it off, rather than greenhouses, other than the greenhouse that you see right there that is half naked at the moment. It blew off, and we need to get new plastic to cover it up. But
yeah.
So yeah, if you want, we can walk down and show you, take a look at the greenhouses if you want. We've got tons of cucumbers, tons of tomatoes, an eggplant in this greenhouse right here. Basil also, a lot of our basil grows in greenhouses.
Do you actually run these through the winter?
We usually only do the big main one in the winter. That's the only one that has heat. Everything else, you know, gets a little bit too cold to function up here in the wintertime. So this is our first set of cucumbers. They're starting to come towards the end of their life, so we'll be pulling those out of the ground here shortly, but we've already got our second and our third planting going. Bunch of eggplant that's really kicking in right here, and we want to walk down this way. Check out the other greenhouse that's got tomatoes and flowers also in it. And so this is...
And what are these right here?
These are peppers. They're a sweet red pepper.
Oh yeah.
I am blanking on the variety. We've got like...
Oh, you got quite a few different kinds here.
And 25 or so different types of tomatoes. So sometimes it is a little tough keeping track of all of them. Especially before they... Here's a
wow.
nice big cucumber that we missed this morning. Bunch of shishito peppers down here that are nice. Everyone loves the shishito peppers. Jalapenos starting to turn a little red. Those are going fine too. That's the other thing, is now that everything's in full swing, it's tough to get everything off the plant before it goes by. But another thing that we do is we have in this building over here, the solar panels on top. That's a new building that we just finished in the fall of this year.
Now, is this going to be for planting or home?
So the the bottom half with the large windows, that is a insulated greenhouse, which will allow us to start seedlings a little bit earlier in the season. It stays warm enough. And on the second floor, we have just kind of like a common meeting space that will eventually house our resource library, all of the books that we have pertaining to gardening, cooking, anything. And the public will be able to come in and, read, research. Anyone that's in a field like this can gain information that way. We also have a meeting space up there that's potentially in the future can be rented out for talks, yoga, anything like that. And then in the other half of the bottom first floor, we have a commercial kitchen and another space that allows us to have our winter farm store. So when it gets too cold for that farm store that we were at before, which is very open air, we move into that. So we have a spot in the winter to continue bringing customers in. But anything that's like produce that's not sellable, whether it has a cut in it or whatever, or it's a little ugly, we use in our commercial kitchen, and we make hummus, we make salsa, we make soups, we make
ugly food.
Yeah, exactly. So we're still able to kind of monetize some food that's not quite market worthy, which is pretty good.
You get to use it all,
Yeah,
no waste.
Exactly. Pretty much no waste. We're either using it in our kitchen, eating it ourselves, or if it is gone way too far, we compost it, and then it's going right back into our soil the next year. So there's, little to no waste.
Yeah.
If we ever do have extras, we also donate to the food pantry too. So it really, truly is, as sustainable and as little wasteful as you possibly can get. So here we have Dahlias. Everything that's got the little plastic netting on it. Well, it's actually mesh netting. The Japanese beetles love Dahlias. And so once they start to bloom, or once they start to bud, the Japanese beetles can get in there and just eat holes through all the leaves.
Wow.
So once the bud comes up, we put the mesh netting on it, so it still gives it space to actually bloom and do what it'll do. But no Japanese beetles.
You've got some blooming already, huh?
Yeah, we got some pretty good ones in here, I think. It's pretty neat.
Partial one?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a nice big one right over there.
Yeah. And then
We'll see what that looks like.
a white one too, a little bit ahead, which is kind of...
Oh yeah. It's actually one of my wife's favorite flowers, Dahlia.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They take forever to bloom. They don't last very long.
They're so quick, yeah.
Compared to everything else, which is, they're very, very special in that way. And then these are the first tomatoes that we planted this year. So as you can tell, they're already, 12, 15 feet tall, just bursting with cherry tomatoes. And I mean, they still got a month or so to just, pound stuff out.
They're more like cherry trees then, right?
Oh yeah, seriously. They would go, just like the cucumbers, they would go above the building if they could. It's pretty crazy. And then to the right, we actually have, I guess your left, we have melons. We've got some cantaloupe and some...
Raluca just bought a cantaloupe in the stores. This is where it came from?
Those are actually not. Those are from another local farm down the way. There are a few things that we will bring in if we, are not having luck with or don't have.
Yeah.
So like...
You're still going to have enough of a season to get cantaloupes out of this year?
Oh yeah, especially in the greenhouse, still pretty accelerated. And then we have another spot outdoors with our watermelon that are already, large size. Got about 2 weeks left on those, I would say. And we also have a compost toilet on site, so that also helps us save with water waste.
Yeah.
We're not using any water to flush the toilets or anything like that, which is good. There is a flush toilet in the pod for you do cooking classes and things like that in there as well. So have people that are also not necessarily used to the no flush toilet there. It's kind of fun.
There we go. There's modern technology.
Yep.
And if you folks want to get one of these in your house, you know where to get it.
Oh yeah.
They'll come over and guide you in building one. Oh, your half moon is kind of falling.
Yeah, the half moon's it's a little broken, but
Yeah.
you know.
It met with an eclipse.
Exactly. Then when you're on a farm like this, you just prioritize like that half moon is
Yeah,
fine,
yeah.
you know, compared to
I could live with it.
everything else that you have to do. And yeah, when they're making bouquets too, Flora, she will harvest, you know, just a lot of the wild stuff that's growing. This is wild carrot. This is goldenrod, I believe is what it's called. And she'll just put those nice little things in her bouquets, and you know, she doesn't even have to plant them. They'll just pop up, and she'll do the same just right along the road here. Stuff that's popped up just in between the road and the farm. She'll use that as little accents in her bouquets, which is pretty cool. And then we walk through here. This is our little processing area. It's kind of a mess right now. Our other apprentice, we do an apprentice program here, which I am one of the apprentices, and there's another one, but she just left this morning for college to go back to school.
Okay.
So we've been basically harvesting the same amount of stuff with half the amount of people. So it's a little crazy right now here. We've got some green beans that are just soaked in, trying to rehydrate a little bit. A lot of this garlic that's been dried that we're in the middle of cleaning off and cutting, which is nice. And then this is the other half of the farm. You can see those are the compost piles I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You know, you got 3 piles. This is the stuff that's, you know, fresh cut coming out. About every month we'll turn it and push everything over. That's the middle pile, which is, you know, a lot of woody stuff is still in there, but a lot of the green things have broken down. And then to the right is
There's all the
your
goodness.
final pile. Yeah, you still have some stuff that's in there, but we have a little sifter. So, you know, that half table that's kind of at an angle, and so we'll just throw all the compost in there, and everything that falls through it goes in a wheelbarrow, and everything else will just kind of drop back into the second pile to just kind of regenerate itself. But yeah, I mean, out here we've got broccoli, cauliflower, onions, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, ground cherries, celery, lettuce, Romanesco, more tomatoes, the melons down on the far side, peppers galore. We've got so many peppers this year.
It's been a good year for them, huh?
Yes, peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers. It's been very, very active, which has been good. And then this is our main greenhouse.
Yeah.
It is heated as well, like I said.
This is the one you leave right through the winter.
Yes, we will do a few things in the winter, not necessarily dead of winter, but we have to, you know, really pump the heat because it's not quite worth it sometimes. This is mainly where we start all of our seedlings in here, and then
That's
in the
connected.
back, we've got, you know, some more eggplant, some chard, some other very tall tomatoes, and some peppers as well. So, yeah, it's pretty.
Right.
That's pretty much it. Other than seeing the pod over there and the solar panels on the pod, we're about 50% off grid with that solar, so we need about, you know, same amount that we have up there. But I don't think we'll be able to go completely solar. I don't think, but at least, you know, 50% of our energy uses over there are solar power, which is nice. At least it gives us a little something.
Well, wonderful. I appreciate the tour, and a lot of our people, especially locals, are going to like this place. We've been coming up here for a few years, and Raluca was, I want to make a sauce, and let's go get some peppers, and we're going to make some sauce today.
Very nice.
Great.
Very nice.
But I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. My pleasure.